Elizabeth, we have a forum.
There's 4 plus a 2 plus 2 here. You have 2, 4, 6, 8.
That's cool. This will be really good.
Like this. Okay, there. That's a good night.
This meeting is now called to order. It is now 6:01. Can I get the secretary to take roll, please?
Yes, ma'am. Lawrence Alcaro. Robert Martinez. Vice Mayor Pedro Blas.
Present.
Gregorio Cabo. Joseph B. Cruz Jr. Elizabeth Flickinger.
Here.
Peter Frias.
Here.
Jack Hattick. Mayor Francis Lozama.
Present.
Jonathan McDermott.
Here.
Norma Salas.
Yes, we do.
Peter Santos.
Yeah, you too.
Jared Tennyson, present via Zoom. And Benito Coy Torres. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. We have, counting 8 present, Mayor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, moving on to approval of minutes. I know that should have read September and October because last meeting we tabled September's minutes. So if I can get a motion to include September's minutes for approval, subject to correction.
I so move. I second.
Okay, there's a motion to include September minutes for approval, subject to correction, to include October. Any objections? No objections, so ordered. Moving on to treasurer's report, I handed out a copy of the Mayor's Office funding, FY 2025, as well as FY 2026. So right now, if you see the ending balance for FY 2025 for Geraldine and Liz Fickinger's information. So the general plan, our ending balance was $6,232.49. For the Mayor's Council Operations Supplemental Budget, balance is $6,097.76. For the GEF account,
6 or 16?
I'm sorry, $16,097.76. Thank you. For the GEF account, $26,038.06. For the limited gaming fund, $6,138. So all of these ending balance is still may change only because there are some POs that we have that were not expended. The amount of the PO has not been expended, so we have to go back to the vendor to liquidate those balances. So this is going to change, and then of course, whatever the remaining balance will carry forward to this fiscal year. For the debit or buffer strip, the balance is $107,995. That is the actual balance.
Is that for Yigo only or Yigo and then it'll together?
Okay, no, so this is just Jigo's portion.
Okay.
Yeah, Jigo's share. With the buffer strip, I know that we're trying to meet with the Lieutenant Governor because in previous years, there was I believe it was 500 some thousand that was taken out. I don't know what it was used for, it was transferred somewhere, which they weren't supposed to. So we're trying to get that reimbursed. So, yeah, and that's
If we
the,
take out, there's supposed to be some kind of paperwork, you just can't take out of it.
because what's supposed to happen is this funding is supposed to go to Dededo Planning Council. And then from there, they will give us our share. So this is actually supposed to be in the NEF account. However, DOA says they're going to manage it. Well, that's how it was managed.
Yes, they allow them to take it.
Yeah, so there was some funding that was taken out, which shouldn't happen, so we're trying to meet with the lieutenant governor to see if they can reimburse that amount. And then, of course, if that happens, then this amount will go up. But definitely the end of the fiscal year, 2025, 107,995, that is the exact ending balance, because we only did one expenditure, which is at 1,525, and that was for 4x8 plywoods, which will be used for the construction of wooden bus stops. For those who's been requesting, we decided we're going to purchase the material. DPW didn't have material, so we decided to just go ahead and purchase, and we will get volunteers to construct the bus stop. Already, I have one organization that has volunteered, and they are engineers. So I believe Lawrence Al-Cairo is part of that organization.
Even at GCC, their shop, the wood shop, they look for projects yearly. You can maybe call Mary, the president of GCC, to see, or the dean of that school, because they do projects, and that's how they get graded. So they can volunteer, and the teachers can see if they want to do it, and that will go towards their grading and building bus stops. Yeah, you just have to contact the dean of whatever is part of that workshop.
So going back to the balance, that's the true amount. So until we finalize all the expenditures and liquidating the remaining balances of the POs, then we'll have a true number of all the FY 25 balances. For FY 26, I'm sorry, did I? Okay, so FY 26, so we have the general fund account. Our balance is 26,539.79. We have an expenditure of 2,016. For the Mayor's Council Operations General Fund, this one here was the 450,000, which was divided into the 19 districts. Yeah, so, the balance is 21,667.21. For the Mayor's Council Miscellaneous Operations, this was the 2 million appropriation, and of course divided amongst the 19. So that was 105,263. Of that, balance is 48,268. So you're probably wondering why that big drop. So the council, what they did was they did a bid package for ATVs. So that meant we didn't have to put in a PRF and it had to go out for bid. We didn't have to do that. That bypasses because already there was a bid. So we're just writing on that bid. So one of them is 28,000.
Yeah.
Yes, and then aside from that, we, from the previous, we were trying to get 2. However, because again, it exceeded the 25,000, so it had to go out for bid. So we just canceled that altogether. However, we are getting one, which is, within, 24?
24,000.
24,000. I believe that is with Cars Plus,
Cars Plus, Cycles Plus, yes.
Cycles Plus. So, yes. So that's the reason why, there's that big drop.
Is this gonna be used for you guys to go around?
Yes,
or
it will be
where
used for.
Cars cannot go and you're
Yes.
able to go.
Yes,
And it's good during the storm too. Yes, you know.
so that's one of the reasons why, I decided, to make it, to also help the maintenance guys. So,
Because none of our trucks have four-wheel drive and the tires go.
No, I mean, that's a great tool to have for you guys to, whoever's driving it, for you guys, and we wish we could have two, because we have by landmass, we're the largest business.
yes, we are.
One is not better, to me, one is just doesn't survive.
No, so we are getting two,
Okay,
except one of them is under the bid,
okay,
that was already bid.
it's, okay.
Yes. So for the GEF account, 62,427.86, our balance is 25,927.86. Again, if you notice that big drop, the big expenditure of 36,500, so majority of that, 35,000, is reserved for fuel.
Fuel?
It's fuel.
And no doubt we need that.
So, yeah, that's the big, chunk of that 36,000, is a 35,000 for fuel. And then the limited gaming fund, 18,082, our expenditure is 4,430, balance of 13,652. So the 4,430, so, in the previous fiscal year, we tried to do a direct payment, when, ISA did the basketball, the new basketball. So, because of all the back and forth between the council and our office and the coaches, it delayed the process. So the council suggested we cancel that direct payment and do it for this fiscal year. So, because the league is already over, and this amount would have covered the entrance fee, the officials, and then, of course, the uniforms for the kids. So already the kids got the uniform. So it's just a matter of making that payment.
Okay.
So, that's the 4,430. So for FY '26, our remaining balance is 136,054.86. And that may seem a lot, but, considering now the issue that we're having is our officials are slowly, breaking down.
Did you guys get the truck already?
No, so, my understanding is that, they have to do the paperwork. Already we gave them the decal, it's over at DPW. Mayor's Council will handle all the paperwork and everything. And then
I saw
once.
the truck with the stickers, it was a truck with the chief of mayor's office sticker.
Yes.
And, like, I guess they're still looking for the rest of them.
Okay, so I was aware that already it's here, the sticker's on it, DPW, they just have to do the paperwork.
You only get one truck.
Yeah, only one truck.
And again,
Ford Victory, is that a
is
Is that a
this
regular
is kind of stupid to ask, but trucks, your current vehicles are dying.
They're getting a spot.
Okay.
We're
No, I
not
mean,
like to
but-
say that.
Because, again, GCC Automotive Shop, they take projects.
Yeah.
I mean, you could call them, check their,
Well, we
They're really-
have our own mechanics and mechanics.
Okay.
But the hard part is getting the parts for
Yes.
part, but then also, when you use the vehicle every day, it's hard.
Oh, yes,
to-
yes. It's hard to say, oh, you, don't use that today because we gotta turn it in for oil change. It's kind of impossible.
Yeah.
It's like
We
the
can-
police department.
We can check with GPD,
Yeah.
since they got all those new vehicles, if they
Yeah,
can
right?
give us their old extra parts.
Surplus old vehicles and pass it on to the mayor's office, offices or villages, right? Liz?
You don't want those cars. Trust me, you don't.
Money pit.
Yeah, so that's the thing is, our vehicles are slowly,
Yes.
breaking down. The good thing is that the port, there was one vehicle, well, there's two that, I don't know if we had first dibs on it, but apparently we didn't because again, Heinz got a truck. But, they, transferred to us a Nissan Xterra. According to Ethan, it's still in good condition. With the exception of the paint, which means paint's not gonna do the job, is the vehicle, but.
Just use the sticker and cover it.
And then the other one is a van. So the van we can utilize for the transport of equipment, chairs, canopies.
And this is coming from the court?
So it's just a matter of doing the paperwork again. It is, we have to go through the process of going to DPW, going to DMV, getting the vehicle safety inspected, all that good stuff.
The van for court was used for the business transport.
As a matter of fact, I think it was the Xterra that had the handcuffs in the back seat that they had to remove, so,
They use
and the blue
the
lights.
van and it's.
Yeah, so the Xterra still has blue lights, but, Justin suggested we just buy the amber covers and replace it, because, we're not allowed to use the blue lights.
Right.
So we're just going to replace the covers with the amber, if we find the cover. I don't know where they would have it.
Yeah.
So,
Just disconnected it. So there's no accidental, oh shit, it's the wrong one.
Just accidental and caught. Honest mistakes.
yeah, so, that's the thing is, we still need to do the, inspection, the safety inspection, registration, and all that.
All the documents, yes.
Yes. So that's two addition to our fleet. But, of course, less the ones that's breaking down that we have. But other than that, I think we're still good. The only thing with the vehicles though is like the vice said is parts. Again, going back to the vendors, some vendors don't accept double appeals. So they may have the part, but they won't accept the appeal. And the sad thing is, that they're the only ones who have the part.
Yes.
So, how do we go about,
You can only buy from online, you can't order from online.
so I heard that we're able to, but we just need to make sure that they are, accepting government appeals and that they have a vendor number. So in order to do business, you have to get a vendor number.
So I'm doing it like eBay, Amazon purchase.
Rockall.com.
So
So they have all the.
I mean, we can check. We'll have then verify, call the council, because, if they're the only ones who have the part, but they don't accept government appeal, then,
What do we do?
yeah, we're out of luck.
Yeah.
So, so the total funding for the office, which includes the debit buffer strip, is $244,049.86. Now moving on to the non-appropriated funds. So I kind of basically did put everything in there since we first opened the account. All the revenues that we've gotten since July 8th when we opened up the account, and mind you, this includes the $20,000 for the GITA grant, which is for the Vices project. So of course, minus the 20,000, so the total revenue is $42,080.92. Again, keeping in mind the 20,000 for the GITA grant. The total expenditures from July 8th all the way to this past weekend, November 23rd. Our total expenditures is 5,867.88. So that leaves a balance of 36,213.04. Again, less than 20,000, which is actually 16,213.04. So if you notice, on the expenditures, with the legal officials, how they like to get paid is every 2 weeks, just like Oklahoma paid. So, there's 4 legal officials, the umpires, plus 1 scorekeeper. So of course, the scorekeeper is always going to be, the most, because she's there for every game, every day. So that's 16 games for the weekend and 4 games on Tuesday, so that's 20 games altogether. Legal officials, the 4, only because 3 of them also participate in the league. So there's that 1 official who does not participate, so while these guys are playing, he's there or they alternate.
Mayor, just real quick, I'd like to make a motion to recognize that Councilmember Martinez has joined.
Okay. Welcome, Bob. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, so going back to the expenditures. So if you look at, let's see, October 7 through the 25th. So those are expenditures that we made for the league. Before we started the league, there was, of course, some materials that we needed to get for the field. As well as also for Halloween. If you look at half a day, the drinks, and then further down, October 27th, the glow sticks that we gave out to the kids. So those 2 were for the Halloween event. And then, of course, everything else is self-explanatory. So again, our total expenditure is 5,867.88. Any questions? So if you look at the amounts on the site, that's just a total amount of what we received for the month and the expenditures for the month. Any questions? No questions? Okay, can I get a motion to approve the financial report?
I make a motion to the financial report.
Okay, motion by John McDermott, second by Norma. On the motion to approve the financial report, any objections? No objections? So ordered. Okay, moving on to mayor's report. Okay, so November 15th, we did the food drive again at the gym. Altogether, 431 bags were distributed. We pretty much gave out everything that we had from dating back to October. So, I'm sorry, no, July, I believe, July or August, when we did the first commodity drive. So whatever was remaining is what we gave out on the 15th. But also November 9th to the 12th, apples were given to all, I guess, I don't know if all the villages got them, but Yigo. So 191 cases distributed. So, and that was like a last minute thing. It was something that came in, and so they inquired. So Of course, any opportunity, we will take. So, that was done November 9th to the 12th. We will be requesting, from DHAP for commodities that they have. I don't know whether a shipment came in, so we just need to verify what they have and when would their next shipment come in. And then, of course, we will do, the food drive again. We want to do this, on a monthly, so hopefully we get something, before Christmas, so that we can do the food drive. Grass cutting, the guys and the vice has been very inundated with, requests for grass cutting, only because of the rainy season, all of this rain. It makes it even harder. And especially because, at one point, he was down to maybe
One or two guys.
one or two guys, because some were out sick, so, yeah, so, what I've been trying to do is, getting 3, businesses to do, grass cutting. However, I did speak to, one of them who has a partner who has his own business, so I'm still waiting on their business license, for submission. And this was since, September. But if you guys know anybody out there, the guys really need the help, so.
And I even was telling, on our community chat, I mean, if you guys can go out and help the guys, I was the one who said that, I said, hey, maybe give them gas, maybe you can cut a little bit further than what you usually cut. Help the
It
village.
helps a lot.
Yes.
Thankfully though, although we kind of get set back, I think we've caught up. It's just the really big areas that take up a lot of our time. And then when we start that, requests come in and whatnot, so it's kind of just going about it. It gets really hectic, but when every day is cutting grass, it's like really good catch up.
Yeah.
Are there any community service workers?
As of right now, we don't have. Well, we have a couple, but they don't show up.
Yeah.
And they're,
That was the big issue is, we may have 10, but of the 10, maybe only 2 show up. Or one comes, for an hour, and,
I wonder, I wonder if before probation, they used to do this program where to work off like double or triple, you do one Saturday and probation brings like 10 of them to do push cut or whatever the mayor's office, but probation goes with them.
well, it's kind of like what we do for DOC.
Yeah.
The DOC is
Yeah.
available. Those guys, any chance they get to be outside,
Oh, yeah,
they take advantage.
but I know probation used to have that program, they might still have
we can check.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though, because, they will call and see if we're willing to accept certain.
it. Yes. I mean, I'm gonna say at least double the cycle where it's not in a certain housing
Yeah,
area.
so,
Yeah.
But probation officers are supposed to come with them on Saturdays. They have this program to knock off so many community service. They're not just gonna send you, if I remember the program correctly. Remember that? Where some of your clients have to do that, right?
Right.
So if I remember.
Hi, excuse me. Jared is speaking on Zoom, sorry, just for recording purposes. I believe the program that Ms. Norm was talking about is still in effect because, they are the ones that clean up after the expiration date break. So it's just a matter of getting in contact with the probation office and see about setting something up.
okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
The mayor's office can buy like 2 cows, like a beef Goats.
Go to bed.
Goats are easy to steal, cows are hard to steal,
Yeah,
I mean, it's
cows.
possible, but.
You see a truck with a cow in the back, you said, I think that's my cow, that they got the back of the truck.
Yeah.
It's in February.
Yes,
February, well.
Sorry.
Want your beef stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get contractors to assist with the grass cutting, and my idea with that was to give them the largest areas.
Yes.
So, we're talking about with, Matagua all the way to Wistic, we're talking about Anna, East Gaginar all the way to Gilbreeze. So, that's my whole intention of trying to get these companies is to give them the bigger areas.
Are we making it like a bidding thing, or
So-
whatever contractor comes out and offers their?
So I need to find out with the council, because I know at one point, what was being done is, you do a list of roads and you submit the request, the PRF to the council. I don't know if that's something that has to go out for bid. Again, my understanding is if it's 25,000 or more, it has to go out for bid or something like that. But, with a small company, and we're only looking at, okay, maybe 10,000, can we allocate 10,000 for the grass cutting, right? I don't think that needs to go out for bids. But then, they've been doing, what is it? Price quotes. They will call the company. So I guess whoever gets the lowest,
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Okay, moving on to abandoned vehicles. If you notice, we have not been doing that only because DPW is no longer accepting. Their compound is, kind of crazy right now, because what they've been doing is, the stacked vehicles, they've been moving them down, and so it kind of like just, wiped out the storage space. So, again, come next fiscal year, we are not doing, abandoned vehicle removal. It's given back to EPA and DPW. So how that's gonna work out, we don't know. We haven't gotten any, information on that. That's something that DPW and EPA has to work out, so. But in the meantime, we're still accepting, forms from residents who request for these removals, and we try to do what we can, but, even if we wanted to remove it, we can't, because there's no place, yeah. Yes. Just like the one along the river. So, we're, working with GPD on that one.
The one by the fire station.
Yes, that's as a result of an accident, and I found out that it was not registered and no insurance. And that's the reason why, even if they called the tow company, they will not take it, because they won't get paid.
Did all these abandoned vehicles, they have, excuse me for interrupting attention, VIN numbers, right?
Yes.
Do they ever take them down and report them to GPU? Who owns it, or is it just,
I've tried that concept, but, no, for some reason, it's not working out. It's not working out. So for the previous vehicles that were removed, is because I spoke to the owner personally, and I told them, I'm giving you a certain amount of days. And if not, then I'm gonna request you to cite me. And they've been good about it. They remove it. But now it's like, I even have GPD calling me asking if I can get it removed. Wait a minute. So, yeah. But yeah, that's where we are with the abandoned vehicles, is DPW, they just don't have the space anymore. Moving on to stray dogs, we still get complaints of stray dogs chasing the kids. Just last week, we got a report that one of them got bit. Their child got bit, so we told them, call GPD, call animal control. Because we don't have the equipment. Again, we're down to one trash. And so, we're trying to do as much as we can, but, until such time, And it doesn't help with animal control because they're short-handed also, so, you know. And to cover the entire island, yeah. So we're still trying to come up with some kind of process in handling these issues, but for the most part, when they call, we forward that complaint to animal control. And it doesn't help, Game has this program where they spay, neuter, and then they release. Yeah, so, it doesn't help us because it doesn't solve the problem of the stray animals. So, yeah, that's the thing.
At all.
And what we were told is that they pick it up from here, they take it, they spay, neuter, and then they put it back where they got it. So, again, it doesn't help the issue with the stray animals. Yep. Any questions? No?
Super sensitive subject.
Yeah.
I like my dogs and stuff, but man, it's just out of control.
We are setting up a trap though in Lupo on Wednesday. Hopefully they catch something for Thanksgiving. I don't know. They're looking at I told them, we'll see what we can do, but they're looking at upwards of $20, for them to just have a puppy. But they're killing the chicken. That's people's money and they don't mess around with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's called animal control, so it's basically we call animal control, all that. But we got one trap. Okay.
So USDA does the biggest one, right?
Yes.
But they won't do.
No.
Oh, man.
USDA does the pigs and snakes.
Because if you see their trap, I think it's freaking
And
awesome.
they should look into that and do a study with Guam specifically, because yes, feral pigs is a problem, but more people benefit off of feral pigs than they do feral dog.
Really. That's very true.
And I think it's enough to zero down once a month.
The comedian had a solution.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, still trying our best, but the dogs are almost gonna tell us what to do.
Okay, any questions, any comments? Okay, moving on, the Yigo Municipal League. As you know, we're still in the process of getting through the regular season because of all this rain, the rain. So, looking at the schedule, we are looking to run to December. I'm hoping that we end it before Christmas. Again, the schedule goes up to December, I think second week of December. And that doesn't account for any rain-out games moving forward. And so, again, hopefully before Christmas, someone had asked, wow, you guys are only charging $3 with all the games. This is a pretty long week, but hey, we try to make it affordable because when you make it affordable, more teams participate. So,
But it's like everybody's super stoked about the whole Let's Stop Holding. Like my social media on the weekends, packed. Like it's like everybody's here, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a long time coming.
Yeah, it's definitely a refreshing. Yeah.
So we're still trying to get through the regular season. So hopefully again before Christmas we actually end this deal.
Like regular Christmas or cookies?
I don't know, who knows, maybe 3 games at the rate we're going. Yeah. But you guys are all welcome to come out and support and just come and be a fan. Yeah. So we do have volunteers that come in the morning to help set up, but also I've assigned 2 staff, 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon from 1 to 6. In the morning is to help set up and do whatever cleaning, trash pickup, all that, and then the afternoon is same thing, cleaning, restroom duties, and then breaking down. So by 6 o'clock, we should, be pretty much, done by then. But we do have 2 staff who currently, come out, every day to assist, and of course, that's details for that. But, yeah, if you guys wanna come out and volunteer, or just come out and be a fan and support, and,
Come out and see us run around the beaches.
come and see us act like we're 16 or But, yeah, for the most part, it's been going good. And we do have 35 teams.
For first season back, that's
Yes.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, some of the teams are asking come next, week. Because, coming back after how many years, over 10 years, you don't know the caliber of the teams. So, we just kind of like bunched all the teams together. And so, you can have, the Baton Rouge Bears playing with a, major league,
We're smoking hot and,
Yeah, so
That's what we do, like last time, we had a.
There was a-
division and
right,
a
right.
division.
So now that we see the caliber of the teams, then we can easily identify what
Rec division,
Yes,
A division.
right. But, and the only reason why they were put all together is because of the number of teams. We didn't have enough to, if we were to do that, there would be probably 5 teams in one division. So we figured, okay, let's just put them all together and then we start sorting them out come next week. So, but again, for the most part, it's been going great. Any questions? Fuel cards, we are still using our fuel cards. The only thing is, it's just the Vice and I who have the cards, so we had asked for 2 additional for the community maintenance workers. That way, in the event the Vice can't, get the fuel, or I can't, at least these 2 guys are able to. The only problem that we're having right now is there's only certain vehicles under the mayor's office that's allowed, to go in. Yeah.
That's registered under the flip phone.
Yeah, I don't know why, is it just 2, 3?
Could be 3, you see, the thing with
Yeah.
that, right, is, I know how it works, and it's Como works when I was driving the blue Dodge, it worked, but that Dodge has been down, since like early last year. And then a car we just put onto our inventory, the white Dodge, we took it there, so I can't find it. But they still have the truck that wasn't used.
Yeah, so I don't know what the issue is. We sent the listing of our fleet, which should have gone to GSA, but I don't know, there's only certain vehicles.
So you guys are just doing the fuel container?
Yeah, it just depends, on the day. But, but again, man, the guys are not going to, hey, you guys, we need gas. And then, just like to say, we're the only ones required. Yeah. It's like, we can have a set time for the day, and then you have to go gas, and then I have to go for like 40 grand.
But the only thing though with the fuel containers is we're only allowed 10 gallons a day.
They say 10 gallons, but then they cannot charge the full price of the 10 gallon, so they cut off 1 cent. So
10 gallons for bush cutting for trucks or?
For every day,
for everyday use, so like regardless of what we use it for, we have it in there.
10 gallons?
yes, 10 gallons a day.
Holy cow.
So my thing is, okay, every day you go get that 10 gallon.
Yeah.
Even if you don't need it, go get it.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
That's why
10
the
gallons
extra-
a day.
The extra 2 cards would help.
Yeah.
See, because there's another thing we don't understand yet, so we have more cards. If it's 10 gallons for the mayor, per card, for the mayor's office in total, or, per card,
So,
Because if it was per card, oh man, we're gonna be swinging it.
so, I don't know what the confusion is with that.
And then the other issue is, say I'm gonna go fill up my truck, and then I wanna get 10 gallons of gas, after you cannot charge both cars in the same terms.
Single transaction.
Yeah, so it's like, I kinda need to.
It's one or the other. Yeah.
Stay here, I'm just gonna come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they just wanna see us every day.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that the council will resolve that issue so that, you know, we don't have to use the fuel containers to fuel the vehicles, because then that takes away the 10-gallon for the equipment.
And not only that, they're driving, they're gonna be, that's used to wasting gas and all.
And then when you have the UTVs, that's another thing you're gonna have to.
And then we have the 2 riding mowers that we just purchased, you know, so. But,
So
yeah.
it's always about prioritizing. Sometimes we rock the truck with the gas light on for like 2.5 days. As long as we stay in Yigo, we're okay.
Yeah.
Because they say that once the light turns on, we can drive to Zoe and stay there.
So that reserve, yeah.
Yeah, so we can drive to Yigo.
So it says.
Yeah.
You order the car, the
Yeah.
more gas will suck it up.
With the state of our trucks too.
So, yeah, if it's not the fuel, it's the vehicle itself, you know, whatever the reason, but, hopefully again, GSA and council can resolve that whole issue with the fleet. And then, the 2 additional cards. Moving on to, so Total Guam Wellness and Wheels Outreach, did their outreach at Gilcrease last week, Thursday, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The last time that they did an outreach there was, I believe, last year.
Yes, early last year.
Early last year. So, if you know, Senator Dennis Rodriguez is part of this Total Guam, and so that was how we were able to get them to do the outreach. They are also doing another outreach at Gil Plaza on Saturday, November 29th, from 9 to 11. And this is the one that takes you to Zero Down. So they provide the free service to those who are not able to get to a clinic or don't have that the capability of seeking medical. So, you know, they do these outreach, and hopefully, hopefully we can continue this. My understanding is that they were doing it once a month. So hopefully come, because they started this month, hopefully come next month, they'll be able to do that. So again, Gil Baza, next week, Saturday on the 29th from 9 to 11. They will provide a flyer, so, you know, what I normally do is I just take the flyer and I post it on the Yigo chat and the MC chat. So, you know, and then those who have access to it, share it with your family and friends. Moving on to the next item, Pay on Care Force Giving Tuesday. If you remember last meeting, I talked about that. So just to clarify, what they do is they're out there soliciting donations, and based on our selection, which we wanted to do a family care package or whatever it's called. What they do is they solicit donations and they give it to the mayor's office. They donate it to the mayor's office. So it's up to us on who we give it to. So if you guys know of any families who are out there who are in need, please let us know so that we can coordinate and maybe do this on a weekend to go out there and visit the family and give her a donation. So this is on December 2nd, which is just in around
Around the corner.
2 weeks.
Is it next week?
Or next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, so December 2nd is when they will give the donation to the mayor's office. I will call you guys and let you know what time. That way, if you're able to make it, you know, please come by. Because, you know, again, it's not just in the mayor's office, but also the council, because you guys are part of the mayor's office, you know, as members. Okay. Any questions? Okay, Simon Sanchez, there, of course, You all know that there's supposed to be that demo and ground breaking today, but because of that protest, of course, that just, is delaying, this whole process, so, how long this is gonna take, I don't know. I don't know how long it will take, but,
Yeah.
Again, the students are the ones who's affected by this, as well as us, because it's in our community, but more so the students. This is something that they've been looking forward to, and this is something that on the Yigo chat, everybody's asking about it, so. Now that there's that protest, things are not gonna move forward. It's at a standstill. Okay. Also, there's, as a matter of fact, I provided a copy for each of you, this class of 2026. It's their 2K, 5K run the way for Saturday, January 31st, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. at Chamorro Village. They are requesting for donation in form of sponsorship. So, in that, it has the sponsorship level.
That is for silver dwellings.
Yes, and it tells you, and it gives you what's included with the sponsorship level. The deadline that they're looking at is December 15th. Any monetary donations can be submitted starting December 15th. December 15th to January 30th. But to confirm our donation no later than December 15th. So, food for thought, sleep on it, and if you'd like, we can address it now or wait till next meeting. This is for December 15th anyways, which is the deadline, so. I'd rather that, we just
Think of it.
think it over, sleep on it, and put it in think. Okay? So, Department of Labor, Division of Occupational Safety and Health, gave us a visit last week, Thursday. Yes, so they did an inspection, their annual inspection of the mayor's office, the senior center, and the gym. So of course, there are several issues that we were cited on. One of them would be the face plates for the light switches and the outlets. That's at the 3 facilities to include here. No monthly inspection of the fire extinguishers. So we didn't know, Ethan was just told about it, was that to do the monthly inspection, all you have to do is take the fire extinguisher and, I don't know, flip it upside down or something, shake it. So that it doesn't solidify.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
we didn't know that.
I know somebody's supposed to come,
So-
and sign off on me.
Right, so we did have a PO last fiscal year for the refill and inspection, correct? So, I think inspection's good for a year, right?
Yes,
So, the only thing is the monthly inspection.
inspection, the card that's attached to the extinguisher. You ever seen those?
Okay,
So
so,
they sign off and say,
Who does
"Let's go for this month."
Okay,
next
so-
month.
I'm gonna be honest with you, none of the extinguishers that I've seen has that.
Okay.
That's why I'm like,
So that's why
okay,
nobody's inspecting.
yeah, we didn't know until it was mentioned to us.
I believe there's a company that goes around and does that.
it's not the fire department?
Well, we were told that we can do it ourselves. We can just stick it and just so that it doesn't solidify.
Okay, that's need to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's okay.
and, I mean, we can verify with the Department of Labor.
But that's what you guys are told. from them.
Yes.
But even at the schools, like
From
the
the
elementary schools, someone comes around and inspects those extinguishers and signs off that they inspected. How does inspection go? I don't know what the regulation is and how they inspect the extinguisher. From the time I was on, as long as it's still green and the pin is not full, it's still valid.
Okay.
You know
So,
who the vendor was for the refill?
it was JP.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's good if they gave us the authority to do it. It's just having them.
We'll go back and verify with them. Because, when he said, oh, you gotta do is just take it out, and I'm just like,
Pop it in and squeeze it one time. Just a little bit.
Depending on what type of
Oh,
parts.
it works.
I don't know about just doing it for 5 years ago.
so, and then also the, the safety data sheet for chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all the facilities don't have that. Of course, light fixtures are, as you, I don't know if you've seen the mayor's office in the lounge. There is the baluster that's there. Well, there was no cover when we came in. So, that one we need to, of course, work on. The refrigerator in the gym was plugged to an extension cord, which should have been to the outlet. Access to the fire extinguisher and the fire alarm, there's obstruction. Aisle and walkways in the storage room needs to be free and clear.
Egress.
Electrical panel room ceiling needs repair. For the gym, no evacuation route posted. So, pretty much, for all three, they have the common citation. All three of them, with the exception of here, the exit door, or the back there, the exit door handle is broken. That needs to be fixed. Out here in front, the tiles are cracked. Either we remove it and cement it, or we tile it. So, those are things that we need to work on. Definitely, they mentioned that they won't come back to do the inspection. What we have to do is we have to remedy these citations, take a picture and send it to them. That's all we need to do. We take a picture of all the outlets, switches.
So just get the same cover and then go to each outlet and
Unscrew
put
it.
it in, screw it in. Just kidding. I wanna do that.
So, yeah. That's what, that inspection was. And it wasn't, I think it was just last week that they called, right? That they, or 2 weeks ago that they,
They called Wednesday
Wednesday,
and they inspected Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh.
So,
Of course
yeah,
they're gonna do it like that.
yeah.
So they're not gonna come back, they just want a picture
Yeah,
of what.
so
what
they said they're
correction
not
needed.
gonna come back, we just have to take a picture of, the remedy and send it to them.
So we take a picture of your people going like this, or a video.
Okay. Moving on to the child care stabilization grant, this is the 600,000. So initially, I went to the AG's office seeking, advice and assistance in obtaining the documents, invoices, receipts, checks, whatever that pertains to the 600,000. Of course, AG's office was not successful, even though the letter was given to the former mayor. We still didn't get anything. However, what he did was he referred that package to the Office of Public Accountability. So, in speaking with, the staff, because I was called to go down to meet with them. They asked me questions that I could not answer because, they asked about records, files. I don't have anything, and, I mentioned to them, as you see, based on the emails between myself and Mr. Miller from the AG's office, I don't have any records, and that was the reason why I went to the AG's office. So, of course, they had asked me, do I know who the contractor was that did the work? I do, but it's only hearsay. It's only what I was told. There's no documents that show they actually did the work. They had asked me to provide them documents that I was referring to, which is on the FEMA grants portal. So if there's any disaster-related projects that the office would claim, they set up a FEMA grants portal for that department. So Yigo Mayor's office, we're able to get on. All the documents on there has nothing to do with receipts, checks that show proof of payment or anything. The only thing that I came across was an estimated cost provided by Northern Construction for the Yigo Gym repair at 500 and some thousand. But that was only an estimate. Not even for the softball field or the basketball court. So, that being said, they asked me, can you give me a listing of all the files in the office? So, of course, that's what I did last week. I sat there and I started to do all the listing. Going through that listing, I realized that all the files from the previous is actually dating back to former Mayor Yigo.
Wow.
Nothing after that?
No,
Nothing after him?
no, nothing after that. The only thing left from the previous is the mayor's verification files, the inactive files, and of course, again, going back to the verification files, again, some of them are missing. I already got a complaint from one resident who asked me to forward the complaint to the AG's office. Because in the file are personal information. And we found out only because the head of household came in to get a verification and we couldn't find the file. So of course, the staff checked in the inactive file, which there was nothing. So when that happens, we asked the head of household, can you just fill out a new census form to reestablish the file? So of course, that being said, one of the members of the household called the office complaining. Why do they have to do that when already they have provided all the information, all the documents? And so, again, I did send an email to the AG's office. Someone was supposed to get in contact with me, but I need to go back and do a follow-up. So how many of that we're gonna come across, I don't know.
Maybe it's a cloud storage.
So just so you know that already we've had numerous residents who came in, and the good thing is they were patient enough, to start the process all over, but,
Let me check if my file is in there.
so, if it's not there, there's nothing we can do. So, yeah. That was the whole reason for the AG and the OPA asking for files. So I had to list, the list of files came up to like maybe 5 pages,
Mm.
or, no, 7 pages.
Wow.
7 pages.
Oh, that's not a lot.
And all those, of the 7 pages, majority of that is, files from former Mayor Rudy Matamani, of course, and then the mayor's verification file, the inactive file, the transferees, all that. That's not it. So, where this is going, I know that, in speaking with, OPA, they're gonna look at doing an audit.
Mm.
So, they also mentioned that they're going to recommend that we do away with the NEM, the non-appropriated funds account, which is the Bank of One checking account. That's only a recommendation. We don't have to, well, it's really up to the legislature if they decide they're going to propose a bill. So, I'm hoping not, only because that's another means for us to raise funds for whatever expenditures that cannot be covered by our regular budget. For instance, parts that we need that the vendors don't accept the one, and it's something that we sorely need. This is another means for us to go and just purchase it from our NEF account. So,
And it pushes back the process of getting our 600,000.
yes, and so that was the next thing I was gonna talk about is FEMA grants portal. So the basketball and the softball field all together, 129,502.56 is there for reimbursement, provided that we provide documents. Documentation, receipts, invoices, and proof of payment, which is copies of the checks.
And then if they audit.
Or
start
even
an
bank
investigation, If like you don't know how long that.
Yes, so, again, 129,000, it may not seem a lot, but, at least that's enough to do repairs that we need to do, for our facility.
There has to be a way to trace that, right?
There is, provided that they provide documents.
So the audit's for.
That's, yes.
I mean, no, not from your office, but I'm thinking where their main account, they should have, if they wrote a check, there should be a check.
It will be because, in looking back at the quarterly reports
Right.
of the NAF,
Right.
it shows the 600,000 was deposited into the checking account of the previous YMPC. So the only way to show proof is that, okay, copies of the checks or the bank statements that show what was paid out.
Yeah.
So,
That's what, like you said, what audits are for, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's all.
You guys figure
Yeah,
the
I mean-
these 2 checks. Every time you pay a vendor or something, it's always a check. Has to be a check, right?
so I don't know how they, and that was one of the questions, was what was their process?
Yeah.
I don't know what the
How was
process
payment
is.
made?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I was going
Yeah, I don't know.
to
But,
withdraw from Bank of One, here's 1,000 cash.
so,
I mean-
until such time, we can't request for reimbursement because we don't have anything.
It's like the
So,
large amount.
so for the FEMA, okay, so I just sent a request for extension, up until, December 31st of next year. Now, although I requested for the extension, it's not a guarantee that they will extend to that week. That would be FEMA to approve. So that letter was sent to the Guam Recovery Office. They in turn will send that request to FEMA. So again, it's not a guarantee that it'll be extended to December of next year. So until such time, the clock is ticking. And, if it doesn't happen, Yigo loses out on 129,000. And, like I've always said, I hate to return free money, especially if we say we don't have enough money. We never have enough, but yet we're going to return 129,000. The gym itself, however, 263,000 was obligated. However, it was de-obligated because of the insurance issue, no insurance. So considering that it was repaired from the previous storm, I think it was Paka. And then whenever FEMA gives money for the repair, the agency would have to obtain and maintain insurance. But go on the insurance with the buildings, I don't know how that works.
I think it's really difficult to ensure any metal structure running with it.
Yeah, so gym was 263,000, but then of course that money is no longer there.
We didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of like you dangle this in your face, okay, we're taking it back. So, yeah. So with the gym, there's nothing that we can pay. So it's just with the softball field and the basketball field. So, again, up until such time that we get those documents, it's still sitting there. And every quarter, our office has to submit a report to the Guam Recovery Office. And of course, it's gonna be the same report every quarter. So, yeah. Any questions? Any questions?
Yes.
No?
None here, that was a lot. Thank you.
I'm Lamar. Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on to old business. Chamorro Land Trust Lot 7055. I provided you guys a copy from the acting chairperson, Earl Burrito, and this is in reference to that property that we're trying to obtain. The conceptual plan right now is being worked on. There was one, as a matter of fact, let me share this. This is what we had done. Yeah, so this is what we have done. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. But of course, this is going to change. Yeah, this is going to change because game right now is across from the gym. We're not, we looked at, okay, maybe if we move game to 7055, at least that opens up that lot across that we can utilize. But then, the structure that they have there is gonna cost additional to get it rebuilt. So we decided, okay, cancel that. The letter also indicated they want a detailed construction timeline. I'm sorry, but I cannot provide a timeline for that because 1, we don't have the property. 2, we can't get funding if we don't have the property. And then of course, when we do get the property and we do have the funding, of course, all the process of putting out for bid, getting the bid package together, getting, it's a lengthy process. And so again, when it goes out for bid, God forbid that there's a protest,
Right, they're probably just wanting to get like a ballpark figure.
But
Is
see-
this gonna be done in 5 years, is this gonna be done in 10 years? There's actually this.
No, they want a
academic
it
phases.
it says a detailed construction timeline. I
Oh,
can give you a
no,
detailed
There's no
construction.
contract yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. We don't even have the property yet, so, you
right.
know,
You're not engineer.
yeah, you know.
It's a nice plan.
But this is gonna change though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, again, to come up with a detailed construction timeline is difficult because, again, going back to, I know I did mention, when I met with one of the board members that, I'm looking at, applying for CDBG funding. You know, again,
What is CBG?
the Community Development Block Grant.
Fixing
This is
yes.
under Kura.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
And 6.
No, the fix and six is different. That one is disaster related. This one here is, yeah. So even though we applied with, for the CDBG, it's not a guarantee.
Right.
You know, we are competing with, numerous applicants.
The
So,
police station is probably gonna be under secret.
yes, my understanding is that's what their plan is, to
That's how
go.
we built the one inside the Senate.
So again, you know, that's not a guarantee. So, you know, to give a detailed timeline is difficult.
Impossible.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm gonna do my best. Of course, there's a letter that, I prepared. So, you know, there's a plan that was, a conceptual plan that was done by Dan Swayze, but that one there, I'm not even gonna show you guys because there's a lot of things in there that, I'll give you an example, the property for the Yigo Police Station. He put next to, the one for the lab, the evidence,
Evidence lab.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm sure that that's not GPD's intentions. So, you know, I wouldn't want to share that because that's just gonna change totally. But, again, Victor Alejandrino is the one who's, working on the plan, which is this one here. This is what he did initially. So, I just need to give him, more detailed, what is it, facilities, like the playground, restroom with a shower, locker, all that. It's gonna be more detailed. So I need to, sit down and work on that and give it to him, and he will update his conceptual plan. In the meantime, because he is an engineer, he is, requesting the council if he could get paid for this. For this one here, he's requesting at least $500. So, I told him that, because he has called, and so I told him I need to check with the council because, you know, for something like that, that has to be approved by the council. So, that's one thing. So, and this was done, I think it was like 2 weeks ago that we did this, or 3 weeks ago. And of course, like I said, this is gonna change. So,
The gym stays where it's at?
yes,
On the-
yes,
I'm trying to figure that's still, it's right across the gate, right? The gym right now,
yes.
so you're trying to put a football field in between, or?
No, so if you look at 705, right?
Yeah,
The big lot, yes, I did mention that, GWA, they have it reserved, there's, 29 acres, I believe that was reserved for GWA. However, there's a clause, there's something about if they didn't do anything within a certain number of years, you know. So, you know, I'm shooting for the entire lot.
yeah.
Because, What I'd like to put is a football field, soccer field, baseball, softball, to include playgrounds, maybe 2 playgrounds, restroom, locker room, shower room, even maybe a small, small, I don't know what you would call it, a multi-center that can be used for meetings or,
Town hall.
yeah. I'm sorry, town hall. So, and then of course the outdoor basketball, although there's in the gym, but
Yeah.
it was even suggested, okay, how about maybe you just also include pool, size of the pool, but I'm like, no, I don't wanna deal with, the maintenance.
That-
But there is a walk path,
Yes, yes,
exercise
the
walk path.
perimeter would
Yeah.
have the walking path. That would be included, but
We don't need
also,
to go down to the.
yeah, but also, the road that leads you into the gym, we want to connect that to Chalantontes. Yes. So, yes. So, of course, that's a lot for him to do, and, he's only asking the minimum.
Do we need to make a motion on that now, or is it something we're going
On
to?
the payment for the guy?
For next week?
Um,
Get something.
Well, because he did this 2 weeks ago and he's still working on updating it. So if the council would like to address it today, it's really up to you.
I think we should,
It's up to the council.
but if he gets paid, he's gonna continue to update that for us? Or is he gonna continue to update it and charge us again for the update?
I can verify that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, because I would like to know, okay, so we pay you, but if your next update, like you're saying, are we gonna have to pay him again?
I
500?
can,
Yeah. That's so, I think, for me, I think table it, but maybe on our chat, could we vote on it, while we're away, or we have to do it here, right?
Yes.
It's official.
yes.
Well, yeah, I think we should check first if the update's gonna cost us again.
I think it's been a long since I've tried, so $500 for that is actually pretty affordable, right? Like, that's my experience. The only thing is, he's pending payments, so by the time the 15th, it's gonna be like 6 weeks, right? If we take it, so it's kind of something about to decide today.
At least to get maybe.
Yeah, I mean, even for the initial drawings, they kind of gave us what we needed to kind of get our foot in the
Yeah,
door.
right.
So even if we did have to figure out another form of payment later, at least it did the job for this particular meeting.
And then
right?
we can
So-
always, and it gives us a visual of what we can do, and we can just move things around and add, and
I agree.
so.
Only because we needed it just to get our foot in the door there.
Yes.
I mean, it did the job, so at least that should take care of that, and then we'll figure out something else.
Yes, and this is something that, Land Trust is asking for.
Okay.
Oh, they're asking.
Okay.
Yeah, they're asking for a conceptual plan and again, the detailed timeline. So if we can give them the conceptual
At
plan,
least with
then
that's.
at least, yeah, they have an idea of what we want to do. It's not one of those, because, I think the concern that they have is they give these properties to the agencies and they don't do nothing with it. It sits there. But, with this, at least it gives them an idea of what we want to do, and then, of course, it's the funding that is pending, so.
So let's address it now, because at least,
Okay,
yeah.
So we're moving forward.
okay, so. Anybody have a motion?
I make a motion, to be the engineer for the conceptual drawings.
Okay, on the motion, to pay, Mr. Alejandrino, the amount,
The amount of $500.
$500 for the, conceptual
Conceptual
plan.
plan, yeah.
Is there a second?
I'm sorry.
I'll second.
I just have a question. Is it gonna be NAP or something?
Yes.
NAP, okay. I just need to clarify that.
Apologies. Okay, so $500, motion, seconded by, Geraldine. Okay, on the motion, any objections? No objections? Shall we take the handbook? Okay. On the motion to pay Mr. Alejandrino $500 for the conceptual plan, Lawrence Alcairo, Robert Martinez,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Moss, Gregorio Cole, Joseph B. Cruz, Elizabeth Flickinger,
Just step away from you.
Peter Frias,
Aye.
Jack Hattick, Mary Zalma, Jonathan McDermott, Norma Salas, Peter Santos,
Aye.
Geraldine Tennyson,
Aye.
Benito Coy Torres, Elizabeth Flickinger.
Aye. Sorry, emergency.
Okay, so we have 9 ayes. No nays. Okay. The motion to pay Mr. Alejandrino $500 passes. Moving on to, the water contamination issue in Yigo. So you know that, the interim treatment system has been online since October 13th. November 12th, GWA ceased their bottled water distribution. November 13th, EPA lifted the do not drink without treatment notice. So, all in all, water is safe to drink.
Let them try it first.
If you so decide you wanna drink the tap water. But, in speaking with EPA, they said Yigo has the cleanest water.
You know what, I think we should do, because of the holiday season, we should make some cooler drinks, right, and deliver it to GWA for like their follow-up. And just, you know, like, we'll do a fruit punch, we'll do caramel tea, iced tea.
Yeah, and give them everything,
You know,
and yeah.
we'll deliver it to them.
Yeah, so, the Yigo,
Is this EPA or US EPA?
EP,
Okay, so
One
I'm
EPA,
on
yes.
EPA.
because GWA cannot give the clearance, it has to come from EPA. So, yes, all's good,
All's good in the
all's
hood.
good. With the filtration system at the homes, that, we have nothing to do with that, it's still being handled by GWA. They have a website where the residents can go on to, and I guess there's a form that needs to be filled out, but, that GWA again is handling that. Okay, who gets when or what, that's GWA. Any questions? No? Moving on to the Halloween event, the trunk or treat. So, you know, I had a chance to just walk around and just meet with some of the people and some of the participants, and very good comments. A lot of them who were there taking their kids had mentioned that next year they want to participate. There was a big crowd, you know, I have to admit that it was very successful. We had some last minute participants, which worked out because they enjoyed it.
You're welcome.
Oh, and the,
Our
yes,
last minute,
yes.
trunk or treat,
Yes.
participant, and
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
so we did a decorating contest for the participants, and then we did a costume contest for the kids 10 years and below. The prizes was first place $100, second place was 75, and third place was 15, and I believe also gift baskets.
And,
And-
gift baskets and gift cards.
Gift cards,
Oh.
courtesy of our council member, John McDermott.
Nice.
So, again, it was a great success. Just looking at the crowd, it was awesome. It was, again, a lot of people saying they want to participate next year. So, in speaking with the staff, some of the staff, I said, okay, come next year, we're going to start in August. We're going to start soliciting those food trucks, and the good thing is, we didn't charge any of the food vendors. And, my thought is, I don't want to charge, the only reason why, I suggested we have food trucks or the food vendors is because, after a while, the kids are gonna get hungry, this is something that they can just, go and get something to eat at the canteen at the food truck. So, my thing is, I'm not going to charge them, but then again, that's really up to the budget.
I think with the food trucks, right, the magic thing is like, the food trucks, even if they're doing it, they're coming for free, the food costs and their investment in the event is really important, and then also how much customers it turns out, right? And so like, although we only, we initially had like 4, and then at the last minute 2 dropped out, just because of the scheduling, because of the holiday. The 2 that came up, one was their first time out, so this was like their test run, and then the second one, Juju Galley, he's like, man, I think we did okay. Like, we made some money, it was good, like, so even though we only had 2, it was just enough to where someone could get something to eat and stuff like that.
Yeah. And that was the reason why I didn't want to charge is because, just getting the materials that they need, the ingredients that they need, that's
Pricing
their
nowadays,
their
yeah.
overhead costs.
They're providing a service
Yeah.
and, a lot of these pop-ups and food trucks, a lot of times they end up losing money. So anytime there's a free event, that's gonna attract,
If the event that, God willing, it becomes like the Mango Festival, charging makes sense, right? Because we're gonna be flooded with vendors, but at this scale, having it free for them and just providing the experience, and so that, for us, it makes sense just to keep it free for now, until we have the opportunity to get a larger crowd.
Yeah, and like I said, that's the reason why I did this, charging, food vendors, because I know what it is, what it's like to have that overhead, your expense. And then, the good thing was it didn't rain, because had it rained, then, they would take a loss. So, the good thing was that, it was nice weather and, a lot of people came out, so.
I heard some stories where they left, the family left, went to like their mom's career, and just came back, right, they decided to come back to the gym here they had from the gym.
So, yeah, and that's one of the things too, I was talking to one of the families, they said, going around treating in Yigo is not like before. It's like we do here and,
It wasn't like before, with all the houses always have given something.
And then there's the safety factor.
Yeah.
So, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do it at the gym, because it's fenced in. Unlike at the mayor's office, you see the cars going up and
It's
down,
gonna be ridiculous, yeah.
so.
So,
I kinda like the-
get in and, yeah.
Stray dogs, cars, it's just dangerous.
So I kind of like the idea of having it at the gym. So, but nonetheless, it was a very successful event. And thank you guys for, coming out and supporting and, your donation being there. you know.
Thanks, Jim.
No, thanks to the mayor's office staff and for putting out, and everybody came out, so like the council, everybody, so it was great.
Yes.
It's for the kids, so.
Yep. Moving on to new business. Gura, CDBGDR, that's the fix and six.
Which is,
That's the one that, it's the community development block grant, but
Okay.
it's disaster related. Yes.
Oh,
So they've been out there doing their outreach. So next month, December 13th and the 18th, the topic that they'll be discussing is housing development. So, some residents, have brought up the issue, when they were at Yigo Gym, when they first presented this, they brought up about how, they applied for FEMA assistance but didn't get approved. And so this is one of the areas that they may be able to apply. If they applied for FEMA and didn't get approved and still they have not done any repairs because of lack of funding, this is one avenue that they can see, is the CDBG DR. So they're doing their outreach on Saturday, December 13th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Yigo Gym, and Thursday, December 18th, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Yigo Gym. So these 2 days, they will provide a flyer, and of course, we will share that on the Yigo chats, and as well as posting at the mayor's office here in the gym. So if you know anybody who may be interested, or even yourself, just keep these 2 dates in mind. The Senior Citizen Center, I don't know if you've read the news about the operations. So just so you know that things have been okay. Things have been okay. It's guaranteed that they're going to give the funding for the senior citizens operation. Because initially, come November 14th, if there was no funding, the center will not be open. But nobody wants that to happen, because this is kind of like a second home for the senior citizens. Yeah.
Okay, for them to do during the day.
Yes, they enjoy being here, so of course, that was one of the things that we talked about is, trying to keep it open. So, no worries, it will remain open. And the only thing is, in previous fundings, there was just salaries and benefits. Okay, it didn't have anything to do with repairs, supplies, utilities. So, when I talk about supplies, the center, they have their own activities like arts and craft and all that. So I'm finding out that the one who runs the center, who's here, purchases the supplies out of pocket. Yeah, so I just found that out, because the funding that is given is only for salaries and benefits. So now, this fiscal year, they've included utilities. So the office has been paying for the internet here, which, to me, it's okay, because the facility belongs to the mayor's office. However, because they're looking at it as it's a public health program, they're utilizing the facility, then they should be able to pay for the utilities. That doesn't include, in previous didn't include any of the utilities, but now it does. So again, going back to the supplies, it still doesn't include supplies. So it's just salaries, benefits, and utilities.
So like call it tissue or.
So with the tissue, paper towel, the senior citizens, they have their own account. They have their own separate account. I don't even manage it, I don't even see it, to me, that's their account, let them be the one,
The supplies is the art supplies shop.
So, yeah, the art supplies.
Paint,
Yes, so I don't know how they've been going about, but I found out that it's the one who's here that pays on, God bless her.
yes.
But, I don't think that that should be the case, I believe that if they're going to fund the program, then they should include for the supplies. But nonetheless, the other supplies, the toiletries, paper products, the senior citizens, they've been doing that since, they've been purchasing their own supplies. So, and again, like I said, I don't have view of their account. The only thing that I see, because if there's any payments that they're going to make, they would send it to the office. I would have to sign up, and we're just signing up, just reading which really, it's their account. They have their own president and the treasurer. Then that's really up to them. How they use their money, that's up to them, because the proceeds from their bingo or whatever goes into that account. So that's for their use. Also, Wednesday is the Thanksgiving luncheon for the senior citizens. It's for 11:30, and I'm asking the council, if you have time, if your schedule permits, to please join us. Last event that we had here was the tomorrow one, right? For Easter, it started out tomorrow one, but then because we were behind, we combined it with Easter.
Yes.
And so, we had a chance to just sit around with them and play bingo. Of course, we had to play bingo, but, it was fun, and the total participants here is, I want to say about 25. Yeah, 25. So, they're here every day, and so on Wednesday, they don't have anything planned. But it's also, I found out they're also doing their end of the month birthday, right? It's combined. So, if you're able to join us, your schedule permits, glad to have you with us. The mayor's office staff will be here. So, and that's for the 26th. And if you guys want to donate anything for that luncheon, you're more than welcome to. We do have a menu that's going on with Ethan and Serena. I solicited KFC to see if they can donate a pan of mashed potatoes and chicken, but instead of mashed potato, red rice. They're donating a pan of red rice and a pan of chicken, 50 pieces. So, hey,
It's something.
yeah, it's something. Golden Island, I did talk to Helen, the owner. I just need to call her tomorrow and just kind of remind her. I had asked her to donate a pan of beef broccoli.
Can you put the thing on the chat, Pete, the menu that you got wrong?
Yes.
Because I know I can't come because I have a funeral. At least I can donate something.
According to Mel, who runs the operations here, she said they'll take care of the drinks and some desserts. So, we don't have to worry about the drinks. They have their own cooler, so they will take care of that. We also put out a request, procurement request for food items. That's how we were able to provide the luncheon for the senior citizens for Easter and tomorrow. So the only thing is, we have a turkey and a ham that we need to bake or roast, whatever. So if anybody has who would like to volunteer for that, you know,
That wasn't.
I requested that day off so I can make it a 5-day weekend.
oh, okay.
And if I get approved to, do that, and I know I can't answer right now, but, if I'm off that day, I can do it, but I just need to ensure that I'm off that day.
Oh, okay. So when will we know?
We'll know by tomorrow.
By tomorrow?
Oh, which
Yeah.
one is
I have a few
that?
rooms in the morning, so maybe after.
Okay, okay.
Each will put the menu on
You
the
went
center.
to, you went to the Martier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so, Ethan will put the menu on the chat, and if you guys, wanna donate, feel free. Okay. The MCOG Juvenile Mayor's Office Christmas event. So, the Mayor's Council as a whole, our Christmas party is scheduled for December 12th. I believe that's a Friday.
It's
This
Friday.
is Friday.
It's a virtual Friday.
Okay, so, that's in 2 weeks
Yeah, that's it.
at Leo Palace. So initially, the cost of the ticket started out at $60. Then, we had fundraising. And, a bingo fundraising, mind you, last week Friday. We raised about 4,000 something, so of course, the cost went down to $50. And then just today, we were told that the cost went down to $40 now.
Wow. Okay.
So, initially, they plan on doing a raffle fundraising. I don't know if they're still gonna do that, I'm hoping that they do, because maybe it'll bring down the cost to $30.
I know we had was it a menu?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I went to that one.
yes,
That was-
so that was
free
it,
that time.
yeah, so we did 2 fundraisings already. They said we were looking at 3. So the next one was a raffle, but I don't know when, and they're still going to do that. But,
This is bingo fundraiser.
the bingo fundraiser was at Sinahanya, and, you know, I tell you, I went there to drop off our food donation, and there was quite a few people, a lot of people. So to raise 4,000 something,
Especially since they're not doing no one's doing big bingo anymore.
I
I haven't seen
There's
it
the
in
one at
paper.
Hakukotan and all that, those are all.
I'm scared of being charged here.
don't know. But yeah, there was a good turnout at the bingo fundraising. So of course that brought the cost down to $40. So previously, when I brought this up to the staff, because the tickets were at $60, you know, that's kind of steep for the staff. And I'm not talking about myself and the vice. I'm just talking about the staff themselves. $60 was pretty steep, and so, that being said, none of them wanted to participate. You know, because, not only is it $60 for them, but $60 for their other half.
Mhm.
If they bring somebody. No kids are allowed, this is only adults. And the thing about it is, you go there, it's very simple. If we wanted a table, we would have to decorate it ourselves. Yes.
How many, staff do you guys have?
Okay, so there's 12 staff. Of course, I'm not including myself and the vice. There's 12 of them.
Now that it's gone down, are they interested in more going?
Well, we have not, so normally we have our meetings on Monday, but because there was a lot of things going on, we didn't have our meeting this morning, but we will have one tomorrow. And it will be brought up. $40, I don't know if they're interested, but at the same token, I wanted to see if the council has, because these guys have worked hard.
That's what I was gonna propose. I would like to donate $100, and you guys can use it however way you want to, whether it's offset tickets or open bar for Yigo. And I can drop that off, or I can, give that to you before they leave. But I'll donate $100 to go toward, however way you guys want to do it.
Okay, so I was going to propose, because you know how the staff, they work hard, they deserve a break. I wanted to see if the council was willing to pay for their ticket. That's 12 of them, that's $480. Now, if they wanted to bring their spouse, then they would pay for that. I'm just talking about the staff themselves.
That makes more sense with them, right, because they don't.
Yes, yes.
And some of them might be conflicted, right? Some of them might have other events to go to. So,
And keep in mind that this event is strictly adults, no kids. Now, some of them do have kids.
And might not have
Yeah,
babysitter.
Yeah, and might not be there.
So they can leave that half at home.
what time is the ball goes? Drop them in.
So, that means.
You don't gotta take them.
So is it 40 times 12?
Yes, so
I'm
that's-
willing, just let me know what my cut is,
Yeah,
whatever,
me too.
because I don't think, I don't think
That's
all 12
right.
might would go, or.
$480. However, just food for thought, okay, because I know I threw that out, for the Christmas party, because, I'm definitely gonna be there. And I believe the vice as well, only because if we don't show up, we don't want them to think that Yigo is boycotting, which is not. We're not boycotting, it's just that I'm giving the staff the option, If they don't wanna attend, I'm not forcing them, that's really up to them, because yes, $60 is steep, even $40 for some. So.
Is this open to anyone? Or is it just MCO?
No, it's open to the council, if you guys wanna attend, you're more than welcome to. Again, I just need to know, how many is going, so that if we need a table, at least we can reserve a table. But of course, we need to make that payment before they do that reservation. So,
I'll donate whatever, I'll match Geraldine over there, 100.
I should have waited, but, yeah, no, I still need $100 just because the party's always as fun as, what's going too, so.
I was going,
I will contribute to that as well, I'll pay for a ticket, or, my part.
I'll match, so there you got 200.
okay, so this event, again, the only drinks that's provided is tea and wine. The beer, that it's a it's a.
No holds barred.
Yeah, no host bar. So, of course, they have to pay for their drinks. But at least if you cover their tickets, they can purchase their own beer.
Oh, yeah.
So-
So maybe to offset the ticket price.
Okay,
At least the 100 would pay for at least 2 of them, right?
yes.
When do you need the new funds?
So because this is December 12th, the sooner the better, so that we can reserve the table. So.
I can send it tonight. Do you need a motion on that, or is it just a verbal? Okay, I make a motion to, sorry.
Well, if it's
Split the cost
voluntary.
between the YFC members,
Question.
to pay for one, to pay for the, Yigo Mayor's Office staff, Christmas party tickets for the December 12th, Mayor's Council party.
Okay, so there's a motion to fund the tickets for the Yigo Mayor's office staff, which is 12 employees, at a total of $480.
So this is just coming out of our pockets, right? Not any funding here? Or are you coming out of our funding?
Yes, out of the YMCA,
Oh, okay.
out of the bank, the checking account.
So not for my part.
No, so we're talking about the YBC pulling from our account,
Yes,
and then if you guys wanted to donate, that's.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
But
Oh,
if,
that's Clark.
okay, but if you wanna work it out that way, if you wanna donate and you won't tap into the checking account, that's up to you. We can do it that way.
Right, because if it's
I
just
have
gonna
another-
come out of our pockets, the additional, we shouldn't have a motion for that. right?
No.
It's just gonna be.
No.
So question, right, this is just, before we donate. The second Christmas party, which is the Yigo Mayor's office Christmas party, right? That's the one for you guys. Or you guys should be doing raffles for them. And you guys will be accepting raffle donations.
Oh, okay.
That one I would love to donate to
Okay.
because it goes to you guys.
Okay, so,
So, yeah, but change my mind, sorry. No, the 100 will be used for our Jigo.
can take it back.
It's on record.
Yeah, it's on record.
Where's that, please?
Okay, so, because he had mentioned, about the Yigo Mayor's office, strictly, this is just for
Us, yeah.
our office, and of course the council. So I had, one of the staff call Uptown to reserve, December 20th. It'll be a closed event, so closed event, will strictly be for, the Yigo Mayor's office, staff, family, council, family, and so, and kids are allowed. And that's the whole reason why I decided is because they're able to bring their kids.
Yes, because that close event.
Yes, and not only that, because I'm sure that, it's Christmas season, and we don't want to leave the kids out on these celebrations.
You don't want to prevent them from not being able to come because the kids are not allowed.
Yes, and that was the reason why I also talked about, or I put in Uptown, is if you read the agenda, requesting YPC to fund this. When I talk about funding it, I'm looking at getting a caterer. And it's not a full-blown catering, it's just to purchase the food and just pick up. That's it. We don't need your service to refill and all that. All we want is to purchase the food.
When is license for?
I'm sorry?
December 20th.
December 20th, it's a Saturday. So it was requested to do it on a Saturday because, Friday, everybody's just getting up, everybody's tired, depending on what that date looks like.
Actually, that's getting close to Christmas, people might be shopping after work, the whole rush of it all.
So December 20 was a date that was thrown out and, the staff agreed, to do it on that date. Again, going back to the catering, it's just purchasing the food, finding a caterer or somebody who can provide the food. You just purchase it and set it, just like a regular party. Getting door prizes, purchasing door prizes. If you guys know of anybody that we can purchase the prizes from, I'm talking about, because I threw out an idea of, okay, maybe we can do round trip ticket airfare. We can do two, one strictly for the staff, as a raffle, and one with everybody.
If you
Or
purchase
with,
before the end of November, the seat sales, you want me to create that.
Yeah, because it's cold as hell there. That's why it's
Some
only.
places,
I got insulation.
So, okay,
so,
so you're suggesting the funds for both?
so,
For the Leo Palace and for our uptown, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
However, going back to the one at Rio Palace, if you guys want to donate, for the purpose of this, then we don't need to tap into the account. And then, of course, the December 20, definitely.
Yes. I would,
So,
my thinking is I would rather use, YMPC funds, if you guys agree, for the staff for Chico.
Yes, you deserve it.
Just for them and their kids, because we don't wanna leave their kids out, and I'm sure they don't wanna leave their kids out. And then I'll be willing to donate in order to buy 2 tickets for your staff, whoever wants to go.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah,
okay, so the December, so what, Norma's
That's my
talking about
suggestion,
is
my
the
suggestion.
December
What's
12th
the food cost?
donation. The December 20 is the checking account, the
Yes.
YMCA, the account.
Because your whole staff and your family deserves it.
And just for anyone who might be listening or who might watch this later, just to clarify that we're not using public funds.
No.
This is, you know,
Yes.
the
Council,
Not using public funds,
from the council's heart.
Yes.
we don't want it.
So, okay, so going back to Gerald's motion, to pay for the staff tickets, did you want to withdraw that motion?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so motion withdrawn.
Then you can just put a donation thing on the chat and I'll
Yes.
just, PayPal, right? Yes, PayPal, PayPal.
Who's correct? Mayor, you?
I'm not tech savvy, okay,
Yeah.
so,
We just ask our secretary or our treasurer to collect.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so, the motion by German was withdrawn, and that was to fund the staff's $40 ticket for December 20, that's withdrawn. Okay, now moving on to the December 20. That one there, again, is requesting YMPC to fund
Yes.
this event.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
So can I make a motion that, we use funds from the YMPC to pay for December 20th, Christmas party for the Yigo Mayor's staff and family at Uptown Grill, for the purposes of catering and whatever needs to be done.
Okay. Okay, so there is a motion by Norma. Seconded by Pete. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. On that motion, okay, and take a vote. Lawrence Cairo. Robert Martinez.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Blas. Gregorio Cabo. Joseph D. Cruz Jr. Elizabeth Flickinger. Peter B. Frias.
Aye.
Jackie Haptic. Mayor Dezama, aye. Jonathan McDermott. Norma Salas.
Aye.
Peter Santos.
Aye.
Geraldine Tennyson.
Aye.
Benito Poy Torres. Okay. There are 8 yeas, no nays. Motion passes. Thank you. That was our last item on the agenda. Any announcements? Any announcements? Chair?
Oh, no, no, sorry.
Okay, there being no announcements, can I get a motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
There's a motion to adjourn. And seconded by Pete. Any objections? No objections? So, it is now 8:06.
Man.
Thank you.
Cheers.